All right, this is an attack from when my partner is on all fours like this and I've been able to circle around his back. Maybe he escaped from my pin, maybe he shot in for single or double and I was able to escape it and get to here. In any case, I've gotten to the side. What I like to do, as a matter of course, is just wedge this knee in. It starts to give me some ability to work to take away his stability by prying this arm out. It also tends to take his attention here so I can do some work. What I really want to do is with my hands over here. What I want to do, which as you can see is pretty standard now with chokes, is to use one hand to feed the collar to another hand, to take out the tightness and give it to the other hand. It just helps me set things up more properly from the start. So with this hand underneath, maybe a little bit of initial control here. Once I get the opportunity, I go ahead and make the grab here. I'm careful not to put my elbow through. That's going to give him too much control, allow him to roll me. But just putting my hand through. If I feel him try to roll me, I'll withdraw the hand. Okay? Feeds this to this hand, nice and tight around here. Now I can take my own knee out, and I'm going to start to walk around. That's why this move is called clock choke, because my legs are like the hands of a clock moving around. The move I want to make to really add pressure on him is a flicking of the wrist like this. So his neck is in there snug, and suddenly this is pressuring in on his neck. Now naturally, if I do that with nothing behind his neck, he's going to respond by coming up. So it's important that I find a way to put something very heavy and very snug behind his neck so that he doesn't have the opportunity to come up. That's why he has to submit. I get the tap. So the way I'm going to do that is by driving my body and my hip down in this direction and sort of smearing across him so that there's just a wall behind his head as I make that pull. All right? So we come in here. I switch my base, meaning turning to the top, to the ceiling here, dropping my head to the ground, smearing his head down so he can't possibly come up. I now go ahead and pull my elbow back is what creates the tap. I'm not trying to pull out like this. I'm not trying to create a twist on his head like that. I'm trying to make this movement here, okay? So this happens. And as I can create that, and I can add a little bit of the pull, again, by using the muscles in my back, staying nice and tight. So one more time, coming in here, penetration, feeding this, switching my base, smearing down, turning my right hip behind his head, and we get the tap. And without all my talking, it looks like this.